Semi-final weekend is upon us. Dundee United versus Hibernian here at Hampden. Welcome to Scottish Cup Extra Time. Thank you for joining us on Scottish Cup Extra Time. It's been a season like no other, with no fans here in the stadiums across the country. So we want to bring you closer to the game ahead of semi-final weekend. Dundee United versus Hibernian. It's been a crazy campaign. Dundee United have made it past Partick Thistle, Forfar and Aberdeen to get to the last four. Let's take a look back on their journey so far. Well, Dundee United will be joined by Hibernian here at Hampden this afternoon. They made it past Queen of the South, Stranraer and Motherwell to make it to the last four for the second consecutive campaign. Can they go one step further? Let's remind ourselves of their road to the last four. This is a familiar fixture at this stage of the competition. The two sides met back in 2016 when Conrad Logan was the hero in the penalty shootout down that end of the pitch. It was a memorable day for Hibs fans, of course, who made the final for a first time in a long time and lifted the trophy in memorable fashion.
The first man to be put on the spot is Blair Spittle. And Logan makes yet another incredible save. Could he be the Hibs hero? McGinn! That was emphatic, and Hibs already have the edge in the shootout. It's Billy Mackay, and Logan has done it again. This is absolutely astonishing. He has saved both penalties. It's Paul Hanlon, Hibs through and through, and it's into the bottom corner. 2 out of 2 for Hibs. Dixon now. And Dixon does score, and that was a terrific penalty to keep Dundee United alive. Big moment. Big penalty. Brilliant from Martin Boyle. It's the battle of the big men. Donnell scores. They're hanging in. One mighty kick. Can Jason Cummings make amends? He can! Hibs have done it! Hibs have won it! And Jason Cummings, who missed a penalty in the first half, has the last laugh. They're through to the Scottish Cup final.
Semi-final joy for Hibs, but heartbreak for United. However, Dundee United fans will have fonder memories of a semi-final clash 2 years prior to that against Rangers, which secured their place in the final against St Johnstone. Let's take a look back at that memorable day for United fans. Well, ahead of semi-final weekend, I caught up with John Collins to look ahead to these fixtures, starting of course with today's game, Dundee United versus Hibernian. John, Scottish Cup semi-final weekend upon us. As a former winner of this competition, of course, how special is it when it rumbles into the last four and we get here to Hampden?
Very, very special. Exciting times. Semi-finals are always nervous occasions, one step away for the magical final. So I'm sure all managers and every player involved will be excited and desperate to just get that victory and get to a final. Nothing better than to look forward to ending the season with a final at Hampden.
And it's going to be a different final to what we're used to, of course, as we stand here in the Stadium Bowl. No supporters, of course. It's been a strange season, but on the pitch, it's been a memorable one, hasn't it? What a season the Scottish Cup's had.
It has. Big surprises. Obviously, Celtic and Rangers no longer here in the tournament, in the semi-finals. It's very unusual, but great opportunity for the four remaining teams. They won't get a better opportunity to picking up that trophy. I'm sure every one of the players and managers have dreams of winning it and picking it up. That's what football's all about, dreaming. And there's going to be one lucky manager and a group of players very lucky, but no fans. But the football's still the same. You step onto that pitch and it's exactly the same. You've got to be better than your opponents, take your chances, make sure you don't have any big mistakes. It costs your team. So these are all the things the managers will be enforcing to their players. Stick to the basics, play things simple, and when your opportunities come, you've got to take them in cup competitions.
I'm sure you've been asked this plenty of times, John, but as a former winner, when it does get to this stage, does the favourite tag even come into account for anyone? Is it just any team can win?
I think with the four teams that are in it just now, there's not a lot between them. Obviously Hibs are third in the league, so if there's one team that's a little bit ahead, you would think would be Hibs, but St Johnstone have proved already, beating Rangers. Nobody in the country thought that was going to happen, beating Rangers at Ibrox. But that's cup competitions, one-off games. You can get a little bit of luck or a little bit of bad luck, and you can just keep going one round after the other. And I've won it as a manager, I've won it as players. There's no better feeling than picking up that trophy. Usually in the summer, sun's shining here at Hampden. Unfortunately, we won't have the stadium full, but it'll still be magical moments for the players and everybody attached to the club.
Your former team, Hibs, of course, in the last four, like you did say, they might be considered slight favourites, but when you look across the board and the way it's panning out, Hibs will have a tough task. Their run was quite entertaining as well, overcoming Motherwell on penalties. It was dramatic, wasn't it?
That was a dramatic game. I did it for the radio. An incredible finale in the last half hour and extra time, tension, penalty kicks. They've had a very good season, Hibs. They've been scoring goals. They've got three players at the top of the pitch that are all scoring. Dodge, Boyle and Nisbet, and that's a huge asset for a manager and a team when you've got three players from all angles scoring goals. Gives the opposition a lot to think about and a lot to defend against. So from an offensive point of view, Hibs have got, I think, more of a goal threat than the other three teams, but they've got to do it and they've got to produce, and we all know they've had disappointing results previous semi-finals, but hopefully they can get over that and get over this final hurdle and get to the final.
Yeah, and just finally, of course, you touched on St Johnstone, but they've already tasted glory here at Hampden this season. That would be an incredible achievement to pick up another trophy, wouldn't it?
Well, Callum Davidson, he's done an outstanding job. What a remarkable first season in management for him, winning the League Cup in the bag, beating Rangers in the last round. They're full of confidence. They're organised, they're disciplined. The work ethic is phenomenal, and they've proved on the big occasions they've raised their games, semi-final, cup ties, cup finals. So imagine if they could get the double. That would be an incredible first season, probably the first ever, I would imagine.
Yeah. Well, Scottish Cup semi-final weekend ahead of us, John. I'm sure you're looking forward to it. Thank you very much for joining us.
My pleasure.
It's been a long and dramatic road to get here. There's been pain and misery in the past. But who will advance to this year's Scottish Cup final? Will it be Dundee United or Hibernian? Find out at 4 p.m. today, live on Premier Sports. Thank you for joining us on Scottish Cup Extra Time, and enjoy the game.